What is going on, everyone? Welcome to the recap on the road travel edition number 86. I am Jake Dunlap, CEO of Skaled, coming to you live from the New York Football Jets training facility in Florham Park, New Jersey. So this week, I'm on the road all week doing some cool stuff, meeting with the Giants and the Knicks. I'm going to talk about personal brand. I'm going to talk about our brand new brand manager at Skaled and why every executive should be thinking about it, and so much more. In this week's Jake's Take, I had an amazing LinkedIn live session with CEO of Electric, Ryan Denny. And one of the things that we talked about was building the foundation of a strong organization, and that your frontline leaders are the key of the organization. So I think we spend so much time talking about the top, we spend so much time talking about the bottom and the frontline folks, that I think a lot of times we have to start to think about how we're setting up. The middle managers have the best pulse on your organization. So if you're not working with them, if you're not focused on their experience, if you want to know what's happening, go talk to them. So when you're thinking about building a successful foundation, don't just think about the top, don't just think about the front line, you have to focus on the middle. All right, my friends, in this week in Awesome, I've got a couple new members of the team. We hired one individual specifically dedicated to sports. It's a vertical I'm super excited about. We've done some amazing projects. Obviously, you can see I'm here at the home of the New York Jets right now, heading down to Madison Square Garden tomorrow. We really feel like that's an interesting vertical. I also hired a type of person I think a lot of people might be confused. I hired a full-time brand manager, Allie Ray Thompson. She's amazing. Can't wait for all of you to get to know her. But why would a CEO hire a brand manager? And let me tell you why. More and more, people are looking at individuals at companies to be the thought leader. We like to follow individuals who can inspire us. And so the reason that we hired this person is to focus on our scaled marketing efforts, on the work that I'm doing, that all kind of end up equaling each other. So my friends, if you're an executive or you have a team of people, I cannot tell you, having someone who is dedicated to getting your voice out is super critical. This week's in the news is about Skaled. We were just named by Inc. 5000 the 86th fastest growing private company in Texas. So I'm super excited about it. We are so excited to be a part of the Texas ecosystem and community, and particularly everything that's going down in Austin. So big shout out to the entire team for being number 86. Could not be more proud and super excited for what we are going to be doing in Texas in 2020. In this week's Ask Jake Anything, I've got a really amazing question from Scott Ingram. What's going on, Scott? So I've been posting a lot about my different hacks I've been trying on LinkedIn, different DMs, connection techniques, etc. And so he asked, why post learnings from LinkedIn on Instagram? Doesn't make sense maybe, right? So let me tell you why. That LinkedIn is a great platform for things that are happening now. LinkedIn right now is not kind of a constantly consuming, constantly posting, type of platform. The other thing is that LinkedIn actually penalizes you if you post too frequently, right? So they're like, hey, this guy's trying to put out like 3 posts in an hour. We don't want it. So that's why Instagram can be in a really amazing place for you to do some cross-pollination. So it's a great question, Scott. Appreciate it. So again, if you want your question answered around sales or marketing, remember hashtag AskJakeAnything, and I'll do my best to get to you. Every week, I have your weekly challenge for you. So this week is about, what is this concept of personal brand? I've talked about it in a couple different segments now, right? So here's what I want from you. What makes a good personal brand to you? When you see people out there, drop it in the comments. What do you see? What are people doing that you really enjoy, right? I want to try to aggregate for everyone out there that, look, building a personal brand, it's not about ego, it's not about being a narcissist, it's about building a little thought leadership bubble for yourself. So who do you think is doing it really well? What do you think they're doing really well? I want to hear from you. That's weekly recap number 86. I'm out.